Air India says a London-bound flight crashed shortly after taking off from Ahmedabad airport Thursday with more than 240 passengers and crew on board. According to Associated Press, the airline said Flight AI-171, a Boeing 787-8, crashed into a residential area near the airport in Ahmedabad, a northwestern city with a population of more than 5 million, 5 minutes after taking off at 1:38 p.m. local time. The plane was bound for London Gatwick Airport and was carrying 169 Indians, 53 Britons, 7 Portuguese and 1 Canadian, Air India said. Footage of the moment of Air India plane crash has been released. Local media has released footage showing the plane crashing and exploding shortly after takeoff. The plane carrying more than 250 passengers crashed in India's northwestern city of Ahmedabad on Thursday. Air India Flight AI-171, a Boeing 787, crashed into a residential area called Meghani Nagar 5 minutes after taking off. The flight was bound for London's Gatwick Airport.
पूरा ही गया होगा कोई
पब्लिक जा रही है
अपनी सवारी कितनी चाहिए
A passenger plane crashed in India during takeoff from Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport, local media reported. The incident occurred near Meghani Nagar, a densely populated area of Ahmedabad. Around 240 passengers on board when the plane crashed into a residential area. Details have not been released yet. However, according to initial reports, the Air India plane's attempt to take off failed. The scale of the accident is believed to be serious. Rescuers are working at the scene. Officials have not yet made any statements about the incident.
पब्लिक जा रही है आग लगी बस्ती में
શું વાત કરે?
The aggressor country, Russia, is unable to produce new MiG-31K fighters, which are carriers of Kinzhal aeroballistic missiles, so any losses are acute for it. This is what the military analytical portal Defense Express, analyzing the Russian occupiers' capabilities in this type of aircraft against the background of the AFU General Staff's report on the attack on the Savaslyka airfield. Recall, General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported that on the night of June the 9th, 2025, the Special Operations Forces, in cooperation with other components of the Defense Forces of Ukraine, struck the Savaslyka airfield and hit at least one MiG-31 and one Su-30/34. Analysts noted that during the war against Ukraine, the Russian Federation tried to build up the MiG-31K fleet. Thus, if at the beginning of 2022, the aggressor country had 12 airplanes of this type, according to some reports, in 2024, the Russian Federation could have up to 24 MiG-31K. In addition, Defense Express adds, it is also worth bearing in mind the information about the appearance of the Russians of MiG-31I Ishim type aircraft. Basis for building up the fleet of MiG-31K and MiG-31I Ishim could be some number of MiG-31s in storage, which, as of 2018, was estimated at 130 to 150 aircraft. However, the publication emphasizes it could predominantly serve as a spare parts graveyard to maintain a fleet of MiG-31B/BM interceptors. The Defense Express also recalled that serial production of MiG-31s stopped in 1993. A total of 500 such airplanes were produced, of which only 150 remain in service now. This demonstrates rather low endurance of MiG-31 in combination with Russian maintenance culture. Analysts noted. A separate problem for the Russians is the D-30F6 engines used on the MiG-31. These engines have a service life of only 300 hours, and if in 2014 representatives of the Russian military-industrial complex announced the accumulated stock of D-30F6 for 20 to 30 years, then in 2024 they started talking about the need to completely resume production of such power plants. Based on current data from the Ministry of Defense's GUR, the Russian military-industrial complex currently produces about 10 to 15 Kinzhal missiles per month, with an accumulated stock of 100 units. From this military facility in particular, regularly take off MiG-31K fighters, which are carriers of Kinzhal aeroballistic missiles, the General Staff noted. Preliminary data show that 2 units of enemy aircraft were hit at the airfield. They are likely to be MiG-31 and Su-30/34 airplanes.